What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Babylon podcast. We're so excited that you are hanging out with us and that we are hanging out with you. First and foremost, I want to introduce our new host back from outside the camera.
Yes, sir.
Felipe.
That's me.
We love him, man.
Thank you.
He's going to be great. The
I know
mastermind of everything going on here. You did get to vote. You're back there.
I'm going to bring crazy stuff.
Going to bring crazy stuff like conspiracy theories
Yes.
and Bible science stories. Mm-hmm. It's going to be awesome. We're happy that you finally got a mic.
I appreciate to be here. It's
yeah,
amazing.
it took a while to get a mic for you.
Well, yeah, we
Budget cuts.
We're in the budget cuts.
Yeah, inflation.
Church
You know how it
stuff.
But because of you, everybody.
Yes.
is.
Thank you for your support. That's for real.
Thank you for your support.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. We're so excited. We're going to be talking about AI. Felipe's going to bring us some crazy Bible stories, science stuff, everything like that. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give you a sports corner so that way you sound smart with all your friends. First and foremost, let's have an icebreaker.
I love an icebreaker.
Oh, wow.
So this week's icebreaker brought to you by Dave Ramsey's Questions for Humans, everything like that. What is the strangest thing about your family history? Who wants to start us off?
TJ, go first.
I go first.
You do go first.
Coming in hot.
Mine is. So let's go back to the year is 2020. I got COVID, and Cassidy didn't. I don't know how she didn't get COVID. She never got it, and I got it like twice. Anyways,
I got it twice.
we separated. We have a 2-bedroom, and so I was sleeping in the second bedroom to prevent, I guess, her getting COVID at that point. But we're in the same house. That's not the story. But I downloaded Ancestry.com, and I got the monthly subscription. So I was cranking. Like, that's all I was doing, just learning about the facts of my life.
Yeah.
And, I mean, look at this. I mean, look, I did
It's
a
a
lot.
huge map.
A huge map. I did a lot of, like, looking back history, and I was asking my aunt. She's been doing this, like, with, like, newspaper articles and stuff. She's my great aunt, but she's on the Jewish side, so I didn't learn anything that fascinating outside of, like, immigration stuff. They left before World War II and all that things. So, but we also have a very southern, like, my family's from North Florida, Panama City, Alabama, and all of that. So I have a relative that I'm not proud of, but it is fascinating. And what was the title? The strangest thing about your family?
Yeah,
so this is the strangest thing that I personally know. So my 6th great-grandfather, his name is Edmund Pettus, and he was a Confederate general or lieutenant, and he was a senator. I have it right here. He was a senator for the state of Alabama, but his bridge that was built in 1907 was right when he died. Was built in 1940. The Edmund Pettus Bridge was the Selma March Bridge that Martin Luther King walked on, because he also was in the KKK as a Grand Dragon.
Goodness.
So this guy was known for lots and lots of things. Bad things. But it's cool. There's a redemptive arc. I don't know if he had a redemptive arc in his life, but you know, Martin Luther King walked on. It's now known. We're looking up some monumental
You know
stuff.
something?
That's so cool.
You know, like a fun fact about KKK?
What?
For Brazilians, KKK is how we laugh.
Like LOL?
Like LOL.
H-A-H-A-H-A.
Like,
Like
in Spanish it's J-A-J-A-J.
Yeah.
Why is
And
it KKK?
Because KKK. In Portuguese, K, you pronounce it as K. So you say ka 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 ka. So
that's
you're
ha, ha,
laughing.
ha, ha.
So we don't do ha ha.
It's kinda
ha.
like
We
a
do
cackle.
Ka, 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 ka,
That
ka.
is
The
like...
Brazilians
I
cackle.
thought you were talking about the soccer player for a second.
So you send a bunch of K's, but most of the time you do 3 times KKK, and then send to I'm laughing KKK.
So did you have to tell
Explain
people
a lot.
explain that when you like first moved here?
Just to American people because naturally
Because we know those 3 letters to be very different things.
Off. He said a joke, KKK.
KKK. He's like, hold on.
I wasn't a
Signing
group,
off.
like I was in a group with a bunch of pastors, and then we're having fun, and like I comment something KKK, like Felipe KKK, like what? Oh, sorry. This is how we laugh in Brazil. But
That's funny.
Like
like
how we laugh in Brazil.
you cannot be
Part of your-
KKK.
part
You
of your
brown.
culture.
Is that not how you laugh?
I mean, no.
Apparently, that's how somebody.
That's
Well,
how somebody.
And then I gotta
Somebody
learn
did everything.
LOL and then
Yeah.
start using that.
Yeah,
Cultural,
LOL is safer here.
Yeah.
He was a senator until he died. You can just be a senator until you die.
That's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
The Apopka mayor was a mayor for like 70 years, and he died like when he was like 100 something. He was still mayor.
Wow. My cousin is the mayor of Inverness, and he's been the mayor for like.
Wait, what's that?
Inverness is right by Homosassa Springs.
Inverness, Florida.
Yeah. Not,
have a
not
mayor?
Inverness, Scotland. Yeah.
They have a mayor.
Yeah. Bob Place.
I'm pretty sure every town has a mayor.
every town.
Yeah.
I said pretty sure.
I have no idea who the Apopka mayor is. I need to look that up.
Antonio.
Anyways, that's my
Talk about
strangest
cousins.
family.
What about you?
Mine. Okay, I'll go. So, my family immigrated from Ireland in 1866 during the Great Potato Famine, and it was. Don't make it jokes. It was a lot of people died.
I was
A lot of people
surprised.
died.
I was
A lot of
surprised. I
people
didn't know
died.
that. I didn't know that was a
laughing.
real thing. I'm like,
Oh,
wow.
Potato
Okay.
Famine?
That's like English stuff, right?
Yeah, Irish
Yeah,
stuff.
same thing.
Did they think about eating
I'm
different
kidding.
food?
I'm kidding.
No, it's not. I'll kill you.
Like we'll move, we should move to a
Keep
different.
going. Keep
So
going.
anyway,
Sorry.
So John Bovard came down, and his wife Amanda. They had somebody, and they married someone from the Noyce family.
Noise.
Noyce.
Very noise.
Noise. So, or it's noise or whatever. They have a very rich like American history, and my dad did all the ancestry kind of stuff for all this as well. And he traced the Noyes family all the way back to the Salem witch trials, and according part of it, his name was Reverend Nicholas Noyes. Oh yeah,
I was seeing if he was either reverend or
Reverend Nicholas
witch.
Noyes. No, so this is the crazy thing. So in the 1600s, when all this was going down, he was a reverend, and he later since like almost not really the same thing as your grandpa, but the
Don't call my grandpa.
great.
He is all the way back. He's not.
Great.
I have a living
great,
grandpa. If you
great,
see this, we're not talking about you.
Well, anyway, he wasn't. So he condemned a lot of witches to death, but later before he died,
Casually.
he did. It's bad, but
He converted,
it
but
gets
backwards.
crazier. Yeah, at the end of it. What do you mean by that?
Well, if you're a priest, if you're a pastor, or whatever, I don't know, and you go
You're supposed to bring life.
exactly not go down.
Can
to
I
the
be
darkness.
condemning people?
Can you?
I don't know.
Are you
You're a
ordained?
pastor,
You're
though.
not ordained yet, are
I
you?
am
You're a
ordained.
student.
I've been
Oh,
ordained
AG
Oh yeah,
is
he's
ordained.
ordained forever.
AG ordained, baby.
I've been ordained since
There you
2013.
go, bastard.
Anyway, so Nicholas Noyes, before he died, he wrote an apology letter because he realized that he was a mistake. No,
He was a mistake.
He,
He
made,
did.
he made a mistake.
Of
He made a
course.
mistake.
So, you know, it's an assassination. It
So
is a
he
crime.
admitted.
He was
forgiveness.
like,
That's
I'm
good.
bad.
That's cool.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look for. I have been doing a lot of research and I have not seen much
you're gonna find
forgiveness.
anything for him. But anyway, so the crazy thing was one of the witches that he condemned her name was Sarah Good, and according to the Salem Witch Museum, she put a curse on him before she was executed. She said, "I am no more a witch than you are a wizard, and if you take my life, God will give you blood to drink." And but the way that he
What?
died.
It's a very-
The
What
way
happened?
that he died of a brain hemorrhage in 1718, just short of his 70th birthday.
Yikes.
So that was kind of linking together
The curse.
the curse.
Or
which
maybe he
is-
smoked a lot of cigarettes.
maybe.
Cigarettes a thing in the
He's-
16th. When were cigarettes invented?
Oh,
Well, I mean, they probably have their own version.
well,
I'm sure
tobacco's
tobacco
been-
was
tobacco's been a
tobacco's
thing
been
for
a thing
long
since
time.
like
Yeah.
the
Well,
beginning.
my
of time.
grandfather started smoking at 11 years old.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
born in
but 11 years-
1600?
11 years old.
Yeah, he was a kid.
My grandpa used to smoke all the
11.
time.
Imagine 11-year-olds smoking now.
My
Dude.
grandpa,
Like a
my
fifth
grandpa
grader
used to
just-
smoke all the
Oh,
time.
you do the little,
And the way that
They
he
charge those.
the way that my grandpa stopped smoking was he saw the price of cigarettes would probably increase by like 5 cents, and he was like, "I'm done."
That's basically the way my grandmother stopped.
It was so cool.
They
Like,
are
that-
very expensive.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Baffles me.
So, what about you?
Well, my family is very vanilla.
Very.
I
funny.
mean,
You gotta look back. You'll find somebody. Trust me. It took me a while.
some cool factors. I'm from Brazil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my mom told me that my grandmother, like my grandmother, yes, like 3 generations behind, she was like a tribe leader. She was a shaman on a tribe leader. And then she was the one leading the people, doing those, curing Persians to heal the sick.
Okay.
That was something cool I never heard of.
That's wild.
And
so,
then
tribe leader where in Brazil?
yeah, what in Brazil? Because
What kind
from
of tribes do you
native
live
native Brazilian Indian people, Amazonians,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So my blood lineage, it's a mix of European, from the colonization
Like Portugal?
in Portugal, and influence. So, oh my gosh, and with those people, with native Brazilian Amazonian people, and
That's wild.
and then this is my mix. It's like Portuguese, Spanish. So this is why my both names come from Portugal and Spain.
Yeah.
And then of course, it's just back in Brazil they don't have last name. They just I don't know how they call it. They have like an Indian native name and just
He
go
was a
away with
basketball
the time.
player. His name was Nene.
Nene.
That was his name.
From
Nene.
Brazil?
He was from Brazil. He was a basketball player.
That's
Played for the
cool.
Nuggets.
Oh, like Kaká.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It's Ricky
But
Kaká.
but
Yeah.
Kaká is just his nickname.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Like Pato.
Well, for
Alexander
real.
Pato.
For real.
oh,
Pato. That's
yeah.
Maybe Nene was just.
Why are you talking about a duck right now, bro?
Yes. There we go. It is
That's
that.
what we called him when he played for Orlando.
But okay, this is the most stranger thing, and then
Stranger Things.
yeah, this is the only fun fact, like curious fact about my family that I know that I'm aware of.
That's awesome.
That's it.
What about you?
What about you, Antonio?
Well,
Get to know you.
let's see.
Just do a Scottish accent.
No.
Okay.
That's terrible. It's terrible Scottish accent. Don't even call me Scottish.
Well, Dan knows I was adopted when I was pretty young,
Oh.
but my mother lived a wild lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad, apparently, when I was not even born yet, or like in my mother's womb,
Getting made
getting woven,
in the oven.
yeah, bacon.
Baking up.
Bacon and
Handcrafted
bacon.
by the Lord himself.
Yeah.
Stop.
Apparently, like a couple of his buddies convinced him to rob one of those semi trucks.
Wow.
So I don't know how you could get. I don't know how. I don't know
beef
why. He was like, all
All
right,
Peer pressure.
and he just started driving
Oh my
and committed Grand Theft Auto.
Was he caught?
Oh yeah, he got deported.
That sucks. Back to
Well, talk about a redemptive arc. Talk about
Okay.
so.
yeah.
I love it.
Preach it. Come on.
So I saw him a couple of times when I was 2 because he was in a prison in Homestead. Then he was finally deported, but became a pastor in Nicaragua. He
No
went to a
way.
mission
What?
trip with my now dad.
Your
They went to
adopted
go.
dad,
Yeah,
Was
they
he
went to go
Managua?
visit. No. What, did you guys go to Managua?
We went to Managua. Yeah.
It's the.
Well, he went
capital.
like
It's
I
right
think
the flag.
he separated from you guys to go visit my dad.
Oh yeah, Augusto.
Mhm.
Yeah. He went. He and your sister. You guys. They went to. They took like a day or two and went to the family.
That's so cool.
It was
Yeah.
really really cool.
Now he's a pastor
Wow. What
I'm
a
going
beautiful
back to
story.
Nicaragua in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
It's good surfing.
after stealing
the
a
best
couple
surfing
$1,000 worth of
in the
stuff.
Western-
well.
Getting caught. What a nerd.
he-
Getting caught.
Gosh.
So you mentioned stealing. So like, do you think that the AI generating music is a way of
Wow.
not good? That wasn't that good?
That was
It was-
smooth.
I was kind of I was working on it, but now
Wow.
you just
job.
ruined
So
it.
Good job,
you were
good
paying
job.
attention to your own transition. And
So
My life story.
AI image generation. So that is people putting law in place. But what we know right now at the moment that copyright only covers what is human made.
Right.
So it based on what we know and what we understand by this date, you can create anything, generate anything through AI. Of course, because AI is not creating by itself. You giving it a prompt. Create this for me. So the idea of coming up with the prompt is yours. And therefore whatever you create using AI belongs to you.
So you're saying create a lot of things right now. So
Prompt a
it
lot
would
of things.
If I make something now if I prompt things from AI right now, when a law is established, do I still own that thing?
I believe so. Because sorry
That
to cut.
can't be true though, because all the like the Drake stuff and everything is getting.
I
taken
believe
down.
why I believe
What- Sorry.
like I use AI on my daily work,
Yeah.
right? And as you pay for a specific subscription, like because we pay Midjourney AI, for instance, to generate images,
What is
right?
it?
Midjourney,
Midjourney. Okay.
Midjourney AI,
Yeah.
and when you pay the subscription, there is a paragraph that mentions as you pay, there is everything that generated through the AI belongs to you. So they somehow tying that image, digital print, to you. because you're paying for a
'cause you're paying a
license.
subscription.
Exactly, like same for Photoshop.
Okay.
Same for any audio thing. The thing is this software that is generating the final product, you're paying to use this. If you're paying, of course, we have the rights to whatever. But I don't know how long this will, because this has been debated right now.
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk, it's
Yeah.
screaming
Well, there's
his lungs
there's
off.
always such like conflict between your like intellectual property and like things like that.
So Ice Cube, because you briefly mentioned Drake. Ice Cube put out a statement saying if anybody uses my voice for any music, he's going to sue them immediately
Which
I
is
believe
for copyright
crazy.
infringement.
I believe him. I've seen that.
But the
movie.
thing is, the voice generated by AI is not precisely equal to your human real voice. We use voice to open lockers. We use voice to do voice recognition.
But it's pretty close.
It is
pretty
close, but
close.
not perfect.
Play that Bad Bunny thing you got.
This is fire.
So this is Bad Bunny and Rihanna.
So, I mean that's
Well,
that's
if you
pretty
fast forward
accurate.
a little bit, you'll hear Rihanna come in for like a little bit.
And she says like things.
Diamonds.
That, yeah, isn't
From-
that a song?
Yeah.
Anyways, go.
Yeah, baby, you shine so bright. Like diamonds in the sky, I feel alive. But now you got me thinking, like, where would you go?
This is AI generated.
This is pretty close.
AI
That- that-
generated.
That's really good.
that's pretty close to the
Yeah,
real
generated.
deal.
Is this similar to when Napster came? Because when you buy music yourself, because when you downloaded, well, when Napster was, I mean, you had to buy a CD, you put it into your computer,
Yeah.
it's your song, but then you are sharing it through Napster, which Napster became LimeWire, then which became just pirating music, and then which has gotten us here to Spotify and Apple
Streaming.
Music, which
Yeah.
streaming music, which is free, which is legal, not free, but it's
You pay
legal.
subscription.
So I,
It's
is
just
it
the
is
Lord
it, sim-
using
is it-
everything
yeah.
to work together. It's just what he does.
Is this similar to that?
You know, I have a feel like that's going to be cut.
I don't. I don't think
Won't
so.
he do it?
The problem with this is, so you cannot claim this is her voice. This is my point. If you say this is robot 321,
Oh,
and then because people can have similar voices.
such a
Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Like mimicking,
yeah.
like accents.
Exactly.
Okay, when
There
do you
was
get
a
accents?
there was a Christian rapper. I'm gonna pull him up. His name.
And not a rapper that's Christian.
No.
Well,
Christian rapper.
His name
That's
was B.
the
Cooper.
thought, right?
His name was
Yeah,
B.
I thought
Cooper,
you said
and
that.
he sounded exactly like Jay-Z. I think this is. Let me do this one. This is him. Hang on.
That doesn't sound like Jay-Z.
Hang
at
on.
all.
Hang on.
close.
But I feel like it's
That
different
was-
though, because rap and music, like there's always like
There's only so
there's-
many cadences you can use
exactly,
for rap
and
before
people's
it
voice
starts,
styles.
sounding the same.
Yeah.
Even when they redid that, what's that Queen movie, Remy
The
Malik.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Freddie
Like,
Mercury and all that.
he was obviously impersonating him, but when he himself sings, kind of already sounded like him. That's one of the main reasons why they chose him, and,
Or-
he looked just like him.
I don't
And
think.
The jawline.
Yeah.
Greta Von Fleet, the rock band.
Yeah, Led
Sounds
Zeppelin.
exactly like
Literally
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Literally Led Zeppelin.
So this is my point. As long as you don't say that, that Rihanna
Oh.
is actually doing the voice,
Okay.
I think she'll be fine.
So the reason like all the music is getting taken down is because it's claiming that it's this artist. but
Drake
it's not.
released this.
Yeah.
Rihanna released this.
Yeah.
But it's not. It'd be like, I prompted something. and
You want to
this
hear
is-
Drake's version?
Yes.
Do it.
It's pretty
Pretty fire.
good.
Do it.
In the weekend.
With my ex, like
Oh, yeah?
Celine, not a flex. Bumping Justin Bieber, the fever ain't left. Ay. She know what she need, all she blessed. Ay. Giving my best. Ay. Yeah, I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. What's with that? Ay.
There you go. So
It's like
good.
old
Wild.
Drake,
That's
too.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Like it's insane. Just think this is.
And here's how artists can utilize it. They can use it to try out new things and in little amounts of time.
Well, there's. You keep on talking. I have to.
But
interrupt.
there is also a secondary problem that we're not seeing here. If you open too much to AI,
Third eye coming in.
oh my gosh! If you open too much to AI, what happens to the human creativity?
It's still got to be there because you got to prompt it.
So
Well, the thing is, you're not actually producing the sound. You're not actually spending time studying music, learning how to sing the proper notes. I mean, not even Jay-Z or them. I think they use autotune all day long.
Could you use
know?
it as like a sample? For instance, I was gonna ask.
This is-
do you
yeah.
you like? I know you use AI because you just explained that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do both of you use AI for anything, even just in your life? Because when I'm writing
Yes.
sermons,
Yeah.
I will go on Chat GPT
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I will just be like, say my sermon's about prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use it, but I get ideas from it.
Yeah.
In my last semester in college, about a topic, I used it to like spark an idea or get started, because that's the hardest thing for me to write papers is like getting started. And I see something, I'm like, okay, that gives me the idea, and it's not.
It's like a jump start.
It's a jump start.
Yeah.
So I guess for that, it's I don't know.
Showed a little trend going on where if like you asked this AI, what's my location, it would spit out what your location is, even if you have that feature off.
Interesting.
See that gets
People know
that
where
gets
we're
a
at
little
all
too,
time.
like,
Oh, 100%.
that gets a little
This-
too patriot
this-
act for me. Like where like the invasion of privacy.
Well,
and everything.
that's-
This person
he
right
asked
here is
what you guys
watching
use
me.
it for.
exactly.
Hello. My life is not that
Grind.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
There's no
that's the thing
such
too.
as.
When I got my Alexa, well, okay, well, we can talk about this later, but no, yeah, we'll talk about it now. When I got my Alexa, and like all that stuff started coming out about like tapping into Alexas and listening and everything like that. My friends were like, oh, you got like a government microphone in your room. I was like, well, if they want to listen, go ahead. I have nothing to hide.
I see it being a problem if you are like a high up executive or a tech person and you need to like. Remember when Zuckerberg was getting sued and he had a tape over his computer and everyone was like, should
Yeah.
we be having tape over
Yeah,
our?
yeah.
If this guy is doing it, but
No.
it makes sense for somebody who's a billionaire who is
Anybody
running
trying to
a
take
massive
down.
corporation.
That's right.
Should try to be secure because people
Yeah.
are trying to search for him and
Right.
get information.
Yeah,
They're
right.
not trying to get information off me. And if you are, I'm sorry that my life is pretty.
Right now, the only market value that you have is information that you prompt or look for or speak about on your devices, on my computer, on my phone, to be able to do remarketing. Remarketing is when
Yeah.
company utilize micro information to sell your stuff.
Listen, this is a crazy story. So I was living with one of my friends at the time, and I was looking at the pictures on his wall, and I was like, oh, these are nice. So I was thinking about like getting some pictures of like me and my girlfriend on the wall in my bedroom. And I was like, these are cool. Like where'd you get them? And he was like, well, I don't know what they're called, but you can like take them off and you can restick them and do all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, that's nice. 2 days later, I get an ad for Mix Tiles, and it's just like
Yep.
on,
Oh, yeah.
on
That's
my
tough.
Instagram story. And I'm like, I sent a screenshot. I was like, dude,
So
look at this.
So I said earlier about an artist, Grimes is her name.
Uh-huh.
She will pay 50% of the royalties if there's a successful AI song using her voice.
Isn't
See,
that
I feel
Elon's
like that's
baby
good.
mama?
See, this is the thing. We gotta
Elon?
adapt.
Elon's baby mama, Grimes.
She's got a baby. He's got a baby mama?
I think that's
Can we say baby mamas?
Yeah, that's fine.
that's his or he's dating her or something.
I don't know.
He has a kid with Grimes.
Well, I think this is
Yes,
a different Grimes.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't.
Well,
I really
I
don't
think-
know.
Is it a girl?
but
Claire Bocher.
okay, but the point of the AI thing is right now you gotta adapt.
Yeah.
You gotta be in a certain way that you can work with AI to produce your final product.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna be
Well, like I'm
know,
using it for like
outdated.
information. I'm using it for like getting information.
We're looking up. Yeah,
What are you
Grimes.
guys? What are you guys doing
Yeah.
over there?
Claire Bocher. The lady that was talking about the AI is dating Elon Musk.
They're a perfect match.
Is she still the?
Because remember they named
no.
their kid.
That's an ex.
No,
they
that's
named-
an ex.
That's the ex-girlfriend.
X.
Yeah. It might not, but he has a kid with her because
He
this-
has a kid with all girlfriends.
Look at
he
the
has.
kid's name though. This is
Yeah,
like
the-
2 years. That was the kid's name.
That
Yeah.
was it. Yeah.
And so I know
Poor
this is
guy.
like 2-year-old trending
guy.
topic, but
you know.
I'm sorry.
I heard Grimes
But-
and I was like, Elon?
Okay, but there's some really thin line when it comes to face swap. So what
Yeah.
can we
Ooh.
say about face swapping?
Ooh.
Show us.
Ooh.
Yeah. Show that one about Theo Vaughn.
Okay, let's watch this carefully.
Oh, it's appropriate.
Yeah.
All right, I know, but
No, he was saying.
I want to
So-
make sure
You wanna
like this
watch
is on a big screen.
Yeah. Properly. You read it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Volume? You got a name of volume?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
what
get
is
this
it?
by
What
season
a
3.
rookie.
I'll get this by season 3.
Season 3 will be really good at this.
It's gonna be like the best season of our podcast. I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, hit play now.
Do you want to do this, bro? You have the notes too.
Go ahead,
You could
play.
have played it this whole entire time.
Go ahead,
I
play.
don't know why I
it,
still have
play
my.
it.
Me hubieras dicho siempre la verdad. Si hubieras respondido cuando te llamé. Si hubieras amado cuando te amé. Serías en mis sueños la mejor mujer. Si no supiste amar. Ahora te puedes marchar.
So that's awesome
You-
because
look,
that's.
You sent that.
Can you show the
Yeah.
original one?
I really thought. That
Oh,
that was,
I have. Not
So the
been able to
original
find
one
it.
though, it kind of looks like him though.
Oh,
Oh, the
right.
guy
Right.
the guy they face swapped him with.
They look very
Yeah.
similar,
Yeah,
right?
when
So
they
it
were
can't
young.
just be. I guess if you did like you put my face with
On
your
his.
face or your
Yeah.
face, I think it would look really really strange. But for
Why are
somebody
you pointing
That's
at them?
similar.
that's what.
Why are you pointing at them?
Well,
We're
because
different
because
complexions.
we're a little, we're Latinos.
And as you heard about my history, I'm white.
Well, actually, if you didn't know this, Theo Von, his dad is Nicaraguan.
Yeah, I remember.
I-
that.
So
That's
he's half
crazy.
he's half Latin.
Man.
Like,
You
or
think
just
that
right
goes that far though? Looks at your genealogy.
I don't know.
I bet it could. Do
Maybe.
you know how far back, like all the stuff that AI uses to generate stuff?
Well, right now,
'Cause
without
it's a
any
collection of all the information.
exactly, but I think it can go back all the way to history of the internet from 2021. Like the free version of ChatGPT can offer you 2021
Yeah.
Yes.
prompts,
Yeah.
but if you paid, you will have access to the web feature, to the web browser.
Future stuff or
Right,
past
right
things?
now, present stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then you enable that on ChatGPT 4, version number 4. You go down, browser, enable that, and then you say, hey, do an analysis about my website or something, my social media, and then you place the link. The AI was literally visit your website, scroll to the page, read the page, and give you, this is how you can make this better.
So you're
Boom,
you're
boom,
a
boom,
software developer. What kind of things does AI look for in your websites to do that?
Well, there's a few aspects.
We've made too many movies.
The
about
AI
this.
cannot see how the
Oh,
page
AI?
looks,
Terminator.
but it can go.
Terminator.
They have a parallel conversation here.
Terminator
Let's see what's
3.
going on. Let's see what's
Terminator
going on.
4.
What's that Smart House movie from Disney?
Terminator
Oh
5.
my gosh, Smart House. It's called
Smart
Smart
House,
House,
Smart
Disney
House.
Channel. And she
You're right,
gets all
there-
evil. She's like,
Yeah. Turns on us.
What
We're
other,
gonna
what
be-
other movie there with
We're
AI?
gonna be the people.
I think it's every movie. Now. It's gonna be like the new like
iRobot.
Russians
iRobot.
bad guy.
That one was creepy. And I
Will
was
Smith
like,
from the jump was like, I don't trust these
Yeah.
robots.
Yeah, like
And then
you
he
know,
made
I
another
mean,
movie where-
Terminator
Wall-E?
is the big one.
yeah.
Terminator
With
is
Skynet and all
is
that.
Skynet. It is the AI from Terminator,
Yeah.
and this is what gets us. Really
Terminator
afraid.
2 is the best Terminator.
I agree.
Okay.
Hands
Anyways.
down.
I agree. Also, going back to the topic. So Daniel asked about how this can improve the development because I work with this. So we use the AI pretty much to analyze what we have done. Like, is this good enough for all the robots can understand this? Because when you place a website up, this is being crawled by Google robots. So
Crawled?
yeah, like they call crawlers.
Oh my
This is like, I don't know. I know this is their English.
That's like alien stuff.
It's like isn't it in Transformers? They have like a little crawling robot that like gathers information.
Well, they call crawlers.
What was-
I don't know how.
the
why.
face
I've
one,
seen it.
You know, then they, and
I've
they-
seen the movie.
I was thinking Spaceballs, where it comes out and does the dance.
Oh no.
That's such a weird name, crawlers.
I know. Well, like if you go to NASA, they have the crawler, the crawler that take the ship to the launching pad.
Oh yeah.
The name is crawler.
Did you know it takes them 3 days to do that?
I know.
I did not know that.
It's-
I think you told me actually.
Yeah. I'm a big
so
fan.
weird.
I'm always there. And it's beautiful. It's huge. It's massive. Everybody should go to NASA and pay a visit.
So when you
yeah,
upload a
it's
website,
wonderful.
you have all these Google
Crawlers.
crawlers.
Exactly. And then the thing is, hey robot, AI or ChatGPT, visit my website and see how can I talk your language better. And then you give me ideas like if you do this on the code, this will make this better to perform on Google. So this
Oh,
is
no
how we do
way.
it. Uh-huh.
So
So
I
this,
go on so many responsive websites that are not responsive.
yeah.
And it's frustrating. So
Yeah.
they teach you how to do it better.
They teach me how to do it better, and then I'll do the fixes. We're good to go.
That's so cool. That's interesting.
That's cool. See, this is how you
I'm your
adapt.
father's
like,
brother's
to make
cousin's
to make
roommate.
good use of the AI to, and then deliver a better product.
So instead of being all scared about it, we should learn how to.
Yeah, how to use
I
it.
don't want to say coexist. 'cause
That's
it's
how
weird.
Skynet started. They're like, we shouldn't be scared about this.
trust her.
We should trust the
It.
robot
We
that
should
can
trust
destroy us
it.
all. Anyways, I think
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
Well, I mean, speaking of
It's an operating
NASA
system. It's
and
like
all that kind of stuff.
Microsoft. You
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah, made me remember when the Falcon Heavy launched.
Cool.
I used ChatGPT to learn about the Falcon mission because I don't want to spend time running like reading article about it all. So I
I
used.
didn't even know it was happening. I was driving my car at the time it was going off, and I was like,
My family loves space and everything like that, and
my family.
my dad, like, he really ingrained it in us, and we married people. They married people that like space as well.
We married people. I was like,
Yeah, we're a collective. We're homeschooled. We're
Homeschoolers.
Yeah, we're homeschooled, so
That's
everything's really connected.
I get it.
No, but I used ChatGPT to learn about the Falcon Heavy. And do you know the reason for the Falcon mission?
No.
Do you?
What?
Do you know the reason for the Falcon
Gain
mission?
some information about space.
Wasn't it
Oh,
just
wait,
like for
Mars.
travel?
Yeah,
Mars.
Yeah. Look at you.
Go to Mars.
To colonize Mars.
Virgin. Oh no, never mind.
Oh,
I thought we were talking about like the leisure trip.
Oh.
Because Virgin Airlines tried doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Or was it a race?
Well, but talk about leisure trip. The last mission of Falcon 9, they sent up.
They send people?
They sent people last week. And SpaceX sent one a NASA astronaut and 3 payee customers.
How much did they
People
pay?
are
I could have a limited amount of money. I ain't going to space.
Well, because you won't even climb a ladder.
Nope.
I think his nose
How
would
do
hit the rings.
You can't get past Saturn.
Yeah,
I'm offended by that.
I don't have information
my
about the
nose.
price of the ticket price, but if you Google it, you can probably find out. But it might be so expensive.
Probably ask ChatGPT.
But the beauty about Falcon 9,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah. So, well, the cool thing about Falcon Heavy, the whole thing about SpaceX and why it was so groundbreaking was because they can reuse the rockets that they use, which really cuts down the cost and everything like that for space travel. So, they can send 70 million pounds of. They use 70 million pounds of thrust, to send the Falcon Heavy up into space.
It's
and
a lot.
to compare the space shuttle, the thing that was like so groundbreaking of its time, 1.5 million.
Dang.
It's almost 70 times, almost 70 times more powerful than a space shuttle. It's crazy.
That's
crazy. You can send more things like equipment for research, people, food, supplies, all that kind of stuff.
So I think of one movie. I think of Rocket Man. This movie made in like the late 90s.
Rocket Man is great.
Dude, I thought you were talking about Elton John.
No, this is classic.
This is really
Also,
classic.
throwback to I'm ADHD to the max. When we were talking about Taylor Swift last podcast, and you guys mentioned Elton John, you know he did not write a single song. He had a songwriter that wrote with him.
What?
Going back to Rocket Man. No, Rocket Man, a movie about this
Can't just
guy
drop a bomb
who
like
has
that.
they had a whole movie about it, so that's how I learned about it. I think there's a monkey that was supposed to go to space, but something happened with the monkey, so they sent the guy instead, and he's an idiot, and he goes to Mars, but it takes them, I think, like 9 months, and he like was supposed to go in some kind of sleep for 9 months, which I don't even think is possible. I think that can't happen.
Are we in that?
So how
are we-
long? So how
is that what
long?
it is?
I think, yeah, it's
It's
cryo.
well,
For
or something.
9
well,
months?
the cryo sleeping thing is it's still a myth,
Sci-fi.
a sci-fi
Yeah,
thing.
so it's a sci-fi
But
movie.
Well, we
but
have
how
it-
long? So
we have it for healing stuff, though.
the thing is, if we came
called a
out,
cold plunge.
if we
My
can
hand's
come
so
up with a
close.
technology that it will allow us to sleep for a long time, maybe a kind of coma situation, and then also put body in our fluids in our body to be able to regenerate and be healthy to the arrival. That might work as a cryogenic sleeping, but I don't think we're gonna be freezed.
yeah, but anyways,
Sound-
my point to
sounds like
bring
Borg
bring up
stuff.
that movie outside of it's just funny and ridiculous. I haven't seen the movie since I was like
I don't think
12.
I've actually ever seen the movie
Oh, it's so
because I
funny.
was so little when
It's like Napoleon Dynamite, but like 1995.
I just remember like clips of it and things like that. I remember the monkey. I remember the whole world.
I
In my
watched
hands.
that.
And I
He
remember him
spins
being.
around.
I remember him being
He's
blue.
a sock puppet.
I remember him being blue for
Yeah.
some reason. What was that?
I think he got mixed up with the food. No, but so how long does it take to get to Mars now with this technology? Is that the purpose
I
of
think
it?
it's 6
'Cause
months.
With this, it says. I'll get back to it.
I don't remember.
I like your photos.
I think it's
$55 million.
Yeah, I got,
$55 million a
For what?
ticket
Yeah.
for this last one.
Yeah, it's like
Dang.
yeah.
55 million.
Previously
Could
cited
he
a ticket
throw
price
me
of
like
55 million.
100K? 100K would do some things for me.
Man,
That'd be nice.
it's a lot of
But
money.
no, he's
That
like,
is
I want to go to space for
way too
2
much
hours.
That's way too much.
And then for cryogenesis, 500 people right now are frozen.
No way.
do you expect
Is
to
Walt
be
Disney frozen?
To
I
date,
know it's the
about
rumor.
500
He's
people.
got to be. He's got
After they've been legally dead.
Do you know how?
I think I
do you
should
know
have
how
emphasized
crazy?
that part.
So that's important. And then when they walk,
Legally? Is there a loophole? One guy is like, how long has he been in a coma? Legally, he is dead. Freeze him up. Let's see if he comes back.
wait, I'm not dead.
Well, isn't that the whole rumor with Walt Disney?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you know. How,
but his brain.
you know how crazy Disney people are.
Yeah.
Like I'm dating.
Disney
They're
He
not
dating-
crazy.
He is.
They're
He is the
perfectly
Disney
sound
adult.
human beings.
They're crazy, and I love Disney.
I was
Crazy
trying to
fan.
save you.
I saw that you
To
have
get
a Disney.
attacked
I
in the
saw
streets.
an annual pass holder
I am
on
an
your
annual
truck.
pass holder. I've
I'm an
completely
annual pass
bought
holder.
it.
I'm a
I've completely
pass
bought
holder
it.
too.
I love Disney. Some people take it way too far. Like it's
You're one of them. You're giving them money monthly.
$18 a month.
You're still giving
Actually,
them
no,
money.
I'm doing more than that because
When you live in Orlando, you should get an annual
No,
pass.
no.
Well,
It is.
No, you
I
shouldn't.
did back when I came here, and then you
can
start
afford
to
it.
get tired of it. Like,
Yeah, if you're a real Floridian, you wouldn't have.
I don't
An
have it
annual
anymore.
pass.
What they need to do is
Orlando.
they need to have a guest pass option, so that way when
They'll
people
never do that.
when people I know, but when people come in, you can bring people in. But then we turn
like
into
Planet
Busch
Fitness.
Gardens. I just went to Busch Gardens. It's just trashy. It's
Disney
cool.
is
Great
a-
ride. Great ride.
If you
You know
bring
what
your
they
own
love it,
food,
but
if
it's
you bring your own
trashy.
food, it's a cheap date. Me and Cassie can
Yeah.
go, and we won't spend any money.
That's true.
And I get
But you do.
high quality
Monthly.
entertainment.
It is.
You do spend money monthly.
No, thank you, in-laws.
80 days.
How many is that in
80
months?
days?
Like 3
That's
months?
nothing.
It's
No,
less than 3
3
months.
months.
Less than 3
Less
months.
than 3 months. That's
80
beautiful.
days.
Because in the movie, it took 9 months or whatever.
I know.
So 80
I was
days.
expecting 6 months.
Yeah. You know what I can do in 80 days? I can beat Tears of the Kingdom
I,
7 times.
my goal is.
That's a video game for you.
I cannot wait. To
I know
go
what
home
it
and
is.
I'm
see
sorry,
Tears
I
of
didn't
the
know.
Kingdom.
I
It's
know.
brand
I
new.
didn't know.
I
It's
just
not
went-
brand new, but
I-
It is
it-
brand new.
I
It's
spent
not-
15
I
hours
like that
one
Felipe's
day.
here because now I'm not the oldest one on this podcast.
What?
I didn't know.
How
Felipe
old
played
are
video
you?
games.
I'm 34.
I can see you're trying to like bring it
Yeah,
down
I'm
Why
34.
are you making fun of him?
because
Still kicking?
the backwards hat. I mean,
Right on
what
my
is it?
prime.
Hey, at least
middle
his
school.
great
I'm right in my
grandfather
prime.
didn't.
This is my
Kill
prime
witches.
season.
People.
My 30s. I'm being.
I'm in my 30s too.
He
So
thought
Yeah,
Yes.
come on. So I
Ask for
love
permission.
I love crazy-
all right, crazy things.
crazy things,
Yes,
crazy
let's get to it.
theories and
Tell us.
stuff. I believe that we cannot limit God's creation power
Yes.
because we are limited. Our mind is limited.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking about that, I try to expand my imagination to see, okay, what is possible, what is not possible to be created, and what we know about existence and universe, right? So one of my questions, and the question I'm going to bring today is like, are aliens servant of God?
So
They're
are you saying
servants.
aliens exist?
I do know the aliens exist.
No.
You know.
Oh, the aliens exist.
I'm just kidding. No, I do believe.
I did.
sorry.
He said something and they switched on.
Have
the
you seen
probe
that?
and said,
Have you
"No,
seen
I
that
don't
meme?
know."
They just-
Put up that meme. The alien guy from the.
Right.
He's like, that was Felipe in that moment.
aliens.
So
aliens.
I thought I saw a UFO when I was like 16 in downtown Windermere.
I've seen a UFO.
See, he thinks he's seen. I was 16 years old.
I seen it. Like
And-
it was moving like crazy. Beautiful.
It
Beautiful
was
thing.
mine was low
Aliens are
and
for
kind of
sure.
like doing this. It was super quiet but moving pretty fast. And I tried to pull up my flip phone to take a video and it didn't work. But
always
I had a cracked razor, so
Well, one of the
You
things
need
was
that
like
Motorola.
so. I was growing up
Nokia.
in this idea since I was a teenager, and then nerd, all nerd, all my life. What is
Aliens.
showing up? Oh, the alien guy.
this is you right now. Please put this photo when you're talking about this. Continue. Go. I'm sorry.
Alien.
I have distracted you.
But the thing is, as you know, I start to read in the Bible. And so my father is a pastor, so it's one of my punishments. I think it's totally wrong, Dad. I'm calling you out right now.
Love you. Need it.
Like, yeah, I love you, but like my when he put me on like to think of my thoughts, like, okay, you're gonna read this much of the Bible.
Yes.
Okay.
So I read through the Bible, the entire Bible.
that was your
cover
punishment?
that was my punishment. Read the Bible. I thought was so
Do that
boring,
To
dude.
never mind.
That was my that was to be
That also
yeah,
that
go
also
on.
links the like reading the Bible with punishment in your brain. That
exactly.
doesn't-
That was
doesn't
like,
help
this is
anything.
not fun at all.
Doesn't help
And they
anything.
were like, but Dad, this is not right. I mean, really reading the Bible. Okay, let me give you a tip. You like stories? Yeah. Start with Ezekiel. So one day I was, having my time.
Punishment time.
My punishment time.
I was in
Okay,
timeout.
let me open Ezekiel then. So I open Ezekiel, and then Ezekiel has the first chapter, the initial part of Ezekiel describes a UFO abduction right there.
Okay.
It's amazing how it's
Oh,
described.
with with
Yeah.
Elijah.
Yeah, Ezekiel. No, Elijah is the second one. That is another one.
Are
So
you
that
saying
is a multiple
Elijah
cases.
knew an alien?
Yes.
Thanks,
So
Mom.
Ezekiel has this amazing vision. I'm gonna read through a few verses over here.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
What translation are you reading?
This is NIV, I
Then
think.
it's probably not.
Oh, well, which one you want to get?
I'm just kidding. I'm
Which
just
you
kidding.
want? It's just the
I
first
am
one
just
I open
kidding.
up. There you go. What it is? Okay. Verse 4. I looked
13?
and I saw a windstorm coming out of the north, an immense cloud with flashing lights and surrounded by brilliant light. The center of the fire looked like a glowing metal. Glowing metal. Look at this. And the fire was what looked like 4 living creatures. He was able to see something inside of the thing. And in appearance, their form was humanoid. So, but each one of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Why they inside of something that flies if they have wings? That is one of my questions.
And that didn't align with the biblical angel
Yeah.
description.
Yeah,
Biblical
exactly.
angels have eyes all over
Exactly.
them.
Why if they have wings they can fly?
Well,
They
isn't it
don't
like
need a
different
spaceship or something.
Yeah.
Their legs were
confused.
straight. Their feet
get
were
creepy.
like those are
The
and of a calf and gleam like a burnished bronze, like metal-ish, right? Metal-ish kind of skin. Under the wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands. Like it's a weird thing.
They have suction cups on
Right?
their fingers.
And wings, one of them touched the other wings. So there's a whole description here, and that is there's one part here.
I'm imagining a teenager tell me this because he said he's in his 13th year. I'm imagining a student right now.
19
So-
or 20.
15. As I looked to the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the ground besides of each creature in the faces. There was the appearance of a structure of wheels, like a bunch of wheels, kind of, and they sparkle like topaz.
Yes.
Topaz. Thank you. English is my second language, and all 4 look like
Just as good as our homeschooled language. So.
each appear to be made by a wheel intersecting a wheel. Yeah, it's like a wheel inside of another. And they moved, and as they go in any one of the 4 directions the creature faced, like the creature has 4 faces, each one of them aiming some specific direction. Like I can imagine, only with their thoughts, they're just moving things. So this is one of the things like that kind of, oh wow, I want to go deep on this stuff.
Yeah.
So I start, spending more time. And then you see again in 2 Kings chapter 2, from 1 to 11, you can read the whole thing. Then Elijah is describing the thing. But the last one, it says, let me see here. Let me find the right verse. Okay, the last one, 11. As they were walking along and talking together, suddenly a chariot of fire and horses of fire. Horses of fire, what is that? Appeared and separated the 2 of them, and Elijah went up to heaven. Dude.
You know what came into my head?
Abduction.
What?
Come
The
on.
end of, one of those Fast and
The
Furious
horses-
movies where it's like Dom and then Paul Walker.
He
And
did
they're,
say
like, driving down the road.
Elijah just
Okay. Well, the second one you lost me. The first one we can talk about because it does talk about at the end of, I know in this chapter it talks about how this appearance was like the likeness of the glory of God.
Yeah.
So are you saying like aliens are a part, obviously, because you're like God created everything.
Gotta create
So-
everything.
Well,
So
you're-
aliens are a part of like his glory, of his power, of his
creativity.
Nah.
creativity,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I think God, in His almighty creativity, created other species that maybe they did not mess up. They haven't committed any sin, so they had a chance to evolve way more than us.
Oh.
I don't know.
This is a conspiracy.
That's
I know it is totally
But so
conspiracy.
are-
This
so
is not true.
are they
that
able-
affects our theology then?
Or did they mess
It
up
doesn't
in
mess
their
up
own
anything,
way,
really.
and they're searching
think
for
so.
other things to come to here? Because you guys remember when, like, during COVID, NASA was like, yeah, or the government was like, yeah, there's some UFOs, and we're all focused on COVID and we're all like,
Just
wait,
hey, what'd you say?
he just admitted something.
Well, this is the right moment to say something.
And they're like, Area 51, they're like, yeah, there's some stuff that's happening there. We're
Yeah.
like, are you guys admitting to this right now?
Yeah.
They released a whole bunch of documents.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Last year, I think, or 2
They
years ago.
did.
So your question was, are they servants of God? So are they
I
agent
believe they
aliens?
are because God is. I think I
Angels.
believe that God is
Angels.
almighty, and these beings they know God.
Mm-hmm.
They somehow God reach out to them, and yeah, good stuff. And I believe they serve God in some specific purpose. Maybe they have a way more deep spiritual connection with God than we have, and they're able to come here and interact with Ezekiel, Elijah, and because God told them to do so. Say, hey, go to earth and do this for me.
Okay.
And
So
like,
are they more angels, more creatures, or are they more? Are you saying there's like a multiverse Jesus?
no,
Oh, would Jesus have to die for them? as
no,
well?
because in my personal theory,
So you're
right?
saying they don't need
in my
Jesus.
theory, we are the only one that messed up.
Okay.
And then God sent his son to die for us. Because why God will move so much for one species? Because we are the only one who messed
no,
up.
I don't. I think you're missing something.
What?
Before man was created, there was a whole, I don't know, rebellion in the heavens.
That is.
So are we really the only ones that messed up?
Are the aliens
As a son. Well,
El Diablo's boys?
we were made. That is okay. We gotta separate something.
Okay.
Man, they were meant to be not just creatures.
Yeah.
We're meant to be sons and daughters of God. Angels in heaven, they are purely creatures.
Yeah, but your question was, are aliens servants of God?
I don't know. It's a question. I'm
No,
not
yeah,
giving
I'm just
the
going
answer.
off of your question.
Right.
Well, I
like
don't
with
know.
the- with
I
by
would spend my whole
servants-
life finding this answer.
By
I don't
servants,
know.
do you mean angels? Like
No,
are
I'm not
are
calling them
aliens
angels. I'm not calling them angels.
Are they a creature though? Because as humans,
Are they little green people?
The Bible doesn't call them angels. Call them living creatures.
Okay.
but that's a creature.
It's a creature, but it's not an angel.
But I'm saying like an animal. Animal's a creature. The Bible refers to animals as creatures.
This guy is also creatures.
So do the aliens have
So
souls?
that's what I'm
No, I have
saying.
no idea.
Are they like an animal? How like animals can like reflect God's creativity, God. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
So like aliens in that sense.
I don't know, because the thing is, if they are capable enough
he
to
knows.
travel to here, to Earth, they might be a science being, right? They know stuff to be able to be here, to follow instructions, not just like a dog that you toss something like you hope to do something for you.
Yeah.
But I think these creatures
This is
that
gonna be our next
exist,
sermon series.
could be could be something like could be something more special that we're not allowed to know right now. I think when Jesus come back,
Yeah.
he will give us all the answers that we're looking for. But I keep my
Think he's
mind
gonna start with
open.
aliens.
No.
I don't know.
But I think that'd be like a question like we'll randomly ask.
I
him,
won't
like,
be
hey,
mad.
Jesus, quick question.
Quick question.
Little green people, real or not?
He will say, "Well, there's not just green. That is gray. That is."
I mean,
this,
the universe
that.
is large,
We're-
right? We know the universe is big.
It has.
Yeah.
There has
Like,
to be
it's-
something out there.
When I was in high school, I had this history teacher, and super cool guy. But one day he asked me, kind of the same question: do you believe in aliens? And at that point, I was like, no. Why would? No. The Bible doesn't say anything about it, so why
Yeah.
would I believe in
Yeah.
it? And then he told me the coolest thing, and I completely changed my perspective. He's like, God doesn't have to tell you everything.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is what I believe.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
the
so-
Bible, it's our instrument for salvation.
Told you everything you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know, a
to
lot
be
cooler
saved.
teachers than I did.
Yeah.
So
Well, I went to a Christian academy.
Oh,
So did
okay.
Oh, well, I went to a real Christian academy. Not like a whole bunch of homeschoolers. No, there was homeschoolers.
Hey,
Like,
hey, don't say that. Now homeschooling is the way, man.
It is. Yeah.
Homeschooler is the
bash it,
way
but
now.
Honestly, the homeschooling
That's
is.
Yeah,
very conservative
because
of you
it's-
two to say.
that is
That is incredibly.
my experience. Was
I
very
will,
different.
I will, I will,
Not
I will
too
definitely homeschool my kids for a little bit and then send them to.
I
don't
won't.
know. I will.
Levi's going to foundation if I can ever afford it.
Well,
Foundation, I do actually.
well,
I grew up hating
you-
foundation because we played them in soccer. I just
You just chose to pick a rival.
yeah, I just chose to pick
Well,
a
they're
rival.
better.
Well,
But they're-
it was also the school that my girlfriend at the time was going to as well. So I was like, oh, well, we're
Yeah,
better.
foundation is really
So-
great. Foundation has
Foundation is
a Foundation Academy has
So you're
a
saying public school?
It is a really nice institution that has a unit in our Lakeside campus.
Yeah. Foundation.
Definitely
I don't
recommend.
think-
Nice plug.
I don't think public school.
That was a good plug.
I don't think public school is getting I don't think it's as bad as the rap that they're getting.
You can go to school. You can learn some stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
to
now
college.
it's hey, we're getting somewhere else.
We are.
We are.
This could be a different
Season
conversation.
3.
Different day.
We'll get it. Yeah. Episode 3. Was
So-
It's like Community.
this is-
6 seasons in a movie.
So this is my
Yeah.
thought for the day.
well, thought.
You
Next
can't
time,
say that. You got to say thought.
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 There you go.
There we go.
I've been trying to learn another language, and it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to learn
we'll make fun of you,
Portuguese.
but
I love that.
Brazilian.
but
Don't
but
worry.
but the thing is, like
I'm
we
on
respect you enough to
Day 40 in a
that
row
you-
of
Thank
Duolingo.
you.
yeah.
Day
You-
40. I'm learning Mandarin.
Why?
preparing for that
Figure
takeover.
out.
Ni hao. Is that Mandarin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ni
okay,
hao.
yeah.
Wow.
Ni hao.
Anyways, thank you for
you gotta do the
Aliens.
tones. Ni hao.
Well, it's the same thing when like earlier I was like "Con licencia."
Ni hao 什么?
I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah. What is your name?
Uh-huh.
So, so I'm learning it. I'm getting there. I have an amazing teacher. She's great.
I'll watch Rush Hour.
Okay, back to your thing. I just wanted to one point. You know how like in Revelation, John talks about like dragons and all these kinds of
Yeah,
kinds
he
of
gets,
things.
he gets all crazy.
I think that
In a good way.
he's trying his best to explain things he doesn't know how to explain, like
Yes.
like airplanes.
I 100% agree.
I
with
agree,
you.
I agree with that.
Like,
We don't have
yes.
and using the language of that time too.
Yes.
he can't
Yes.
say airplane.
Yeah.
I-
Or
You don't know what that is.
automobiles
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
So
alien. Really.
Are we all agreeing on one thing?
wow.
I think it's the first time we've
Can we
ever
high
all-
five collectively? Wow,
We've never all agreed on one thing
this is
before.
amazing.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
So I think that Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
I think Ezekiel is kind of doing the same thing where he's
Yeah.
he's trying to say something that
And if you
can't
read the
really
whole
explain.
chapter,
Yeah, like,
he describes with details like
The
this-
faces
and
is like
the
being like a
faces.
lion.
Yeah.
Saw
An
something.
ox.
He's 13, by the way.
He's
He's trying to
13.
like comprehend things.
He's a man in Jewish culture.
I
Right?
know it.
Right.
I was not a man
Oh,
at 13.
Jewish.
Muzzle top.
Muzzle top. There you go.
Bar mitzvah. No, bar mitzvah is
Bar
for the
mitzvah.
boys.
Bar
yeah.
mitzvah, the
Sorry.
13
And then bat
birthday.
mitzvahs
Bat
for
mitzvahs
the-
are girls.
Yo, I've been to 2 bar mitzvahs. They are
Lit.
incredible.
Oh, yeah.
We went to Van Skate Park for my friend's bar mitzvah.
No way.
It was amazing. We saw his bar mitzvah at the
Nice.
and we went to Van Skate Park and it was so much fun.
That's
But
They must have spent like 30 grand on his bar mitzvah.
Uh-huh.
It was crazy.
But I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
the whole language thing.
Because going back to Elijah being abducted.
Thank you for keeping me on track.
There you go.
Somebody's got to do it, dude.
Someone has to say it.
Someone has to say. Somebody has to say.
Going back to Elijah being abducted.
you finally got what we're talking about.
You know, I'm just dying just the way you say
I'm
like,
trying.
Going back to Elijah
I'm
being
trying.
abducted, like it's like factual.
It was
Well, it
factual.
was
It's in the
factual.
Bible.
Okay.
God said.
Abducted is a strong word, but continue.
Yeah, you're right. He's right on it. That is a strong word.
Moving on to sports.
Zenith.
Tell us what's going on in the NBA playoffs.
The NBA playoffs is incredible. So the Nuggets they just been in the finals for the past feels
So
like a
they
month.
swept the Lakers.
They swept the Lakers.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
I think
I think it should have.
I think it was supposed to go to 6. The Nuggets were far better than the Lakers.
Where did they come from? I didn't.
Nikolai Jokic.
Denver.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Denver. Yeah, they're from Denver. They were
what I
number 1
mean.
in the West. They've been the best, in my opinion, the best team in the NBA all season.
Okay. But Miami was 8 in the East, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also were number 1 in the East last year with basically the same team, and so they just underperformed injuries.
To get better. No, they would get worse seeds if they were. They would get harder opponents if they were lower.
Yeah, and so it was impressive.
And we did.
That they beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
The
They
Bucks,
beat the
and now we're
Bucks,
playing the Celtics.
and then they beat the who'd you guys beat in the second round? Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks.
Oh yeah,
The
forgot
Knicks
about them.
always choke in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you're
That one
offended
was
New York
really
Knicks
quick.
fans,
Or New York.
please be, because your organization's not that great.
Yeah,
Move
go
to
back
the
to
Nets.
Jersey.
Move to the Nets.
But the Celtics and the Heat are playing Game 7 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which I
By the time
I
this
think
comes
it's going to
out,
be
yeah.
the Celtics are going to win. It's either going to be this. If the Celtics, it's either going to blow out the Heat. I think it's going to be a 20-point victory. The
It's
Celtics.
in Boston, right?
It's in Boston.
Boston.
But if it is close, I think Miami could win because that's their game. It's chaos. It's
day is it
it's
today?
just they play tomorrow.
Game 6 was a close one.
Oh, I mean,
It was like-
Derek White
Just
at
tipped it
tenths
in.
of a second.
Perfect
was-
rebound off the glass into the
And there was
about
drama.
everything.
There was
Yeah.
drama before because Al Horford fouled Jimmy Butler at 2.7 seconds. Or no.
It's like
The
2.5.
clock stopped at 2.5, but the foul occurred at 3.0 or 3.1 or whatever it was.
It was 3, like
So
perfect.
point-
reset.
point-
Right
4
at
seconds.
3 seconds. And so in basketball, if you get fouled, there's continuation with the shot. In high school and college, when you get fouled, the play stops.
Right.
But because you have to be in motion. But in basketball, I
They
foul
stop the
Antonio,
clock on the foul?
and then he can go up. And if it's in continuation, it's like then it's a shooting foul. And why did Al Horford even try to foul or try to steal the ball from Jimmy Butler with 3 seconds left in the corner? I don't know. But I think it's gonna be the Celtics and the Nuggets, and I think it's irrelevant because I think the Nuggets are most likely gonna win in 5 against both.
Anybody?
I think it's the Nuggets to lose. Jokic is the best player on the planet.
My boy Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon deciding to finally like play a role, and because in Orlando he thought he
for
was a
him.
superstar.
Good for him. Adapting, you know.
Just
But-
like us with AI.
But it'll be really cool. I think it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna see history. So no team in the NBA ever, history of the NBA, have come back from 3-0. No team ever.
And we're about to lose it because
There's
for
been
some reason.
There's been
Wait,
four
hang on.
teams. So there's been four teams.
3-1 is the one that everybody does
3-1 happens.
all the time.
It doesn't happen all the time, but it's happened. I think
A good amount
like
of time.
10 times or something like that. But 3-0 has never happened. This is the 4th time that a team down 3-0 has made to Game 7, but that team has always lost in Game 7. But this is the first time that a team's been down 3-0 and have home court advantage because it's
Game
in
7.
Boston in
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
7.
Yeah, but I think this is where Jimmy's gonna just pop off.
He looked like he's hurt.
Well, no,
I think
no, he was smiling the whole time.
I think he's hurt.
Do you think he's going to score more than 37?
I take the
so.
under.
Take the under 37?
I don't think so. I think
He
he's gonna
had
have one of those
12
games.
points. He had 25 points last night, but he had 12 points with like 4 minutes left. Like he was 3 for 16 from the field. Like I think there's something wrong. He was like passing the ball. The game was such a strange game, and it was.
Is he carrying the Heat right now?
I mean, he carried them all the way up until this point. But Gabe Vincent is amazing.
You got him. He's mimicking you now. You got him.
He's upset because his team was up 3-0.
Well, I am upset.
It's impressive.
I am upset that it is 3-0. We're blowing it. It's 3-3 right now.
Yeah.
And they are
But
the
I don't
8th
agree with you because we do have people like Bam
who
have
did not
Bam
play good.
Adebayo.
Who has not been playing good. this
Adebayo.
season.
Shut up. I'm not upset. I'm not. I'm just
So
look,
upset.
no, because you're just talking and you don't know anything about the Miami Heat organization and the great thing that Eric Spoelstra has created.
I like Spoelstra. I know a lot about the Miami Heat organization because I hate them.
You guys have had the same
Look,
coach.
I'm just look. Bam has
for
a lot of
20
like
years.
shines throughout the playoffs. Duncan
Once
has
Birdman
been
left, I
okay.
can't stop.
Duncan
caring.
has been riding the pine all the way up until like this series or the series before. He's like just now played, and he's been playing really well.
Is that a drug reference? We can't say that.
He missed 2 wide open
Riding
threes
the
last
pine?
night.
Oh.
Riding the pine?
Is that a drug reference?
I don't think
No,
so.
riding the pine is like riding the bench.
Oh, why is it pine?
Oh, it's made out of pine.
Pine
but
wood.
it's not because they're
Okay.
foldable chairs.
Yeah.
Well,
I
back
didn't
in the
get it.
day, it used to be a wood bench. Anyways,
Yeah, you would know.
I
I
think
just didn't want to get canceled.
TJ.
I do a lot of cheers.
Educating us
my
right
freshman
now.
Yeah,
year.
I guess I didn't know that.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's the first time.
So
Thank
it's controversial because of a call.
Well, it's good because history is going to be made. I think regardless. I think this is the only true 8 seed to make the NBA Finals because the Knicks did it in the 90s, in like 1990 or whatever, 1999. But there was a lockout, so there was only 40 games that were played.
Right.
The Magic were like the number 2 seed and they were only a 3-game difference from the 8 seed and they had Hall of Famers all up on the Knicks. But so.
That's
It's
close.
very impressive. I think a successful kind of season for the Miami Heat if
It
they.
wasn't that successful.
But it's
It's been
I
alright.
do have to say that it has filled my heart with joy to see them possibly blowing this.
As a Magic fan.
Go Magic!
Go Magic.
Go, man.
We haven't made the play.
And you don't have the number 1 draft pick.
We had one last year.
We had 9% chance.
Rookie of the year, Roy.
That was good. That was good. So, no matter
Hold
what's
on.
happened,
No, I'm just kidding.
no matter what's happened, you should have appreciated it. That's all we're saying.
Appreciate.
Appreciate.
Tell people at your get together that you're like the NBA Finals. Like that's something to
Ridiculous.
appreciate. Like
That's really
almost
something
saw
to-
history or / saw history.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
What
So,
are you guys doing?
Sports corner.
Oh.
Sports Corner. Come on.
I'm talking about like you have to let people. Anyway.
The
Let's
Golden
talk-
Knights beat the Dallas Cowboys. Not Cowboys. Dallas Stars.
How about the
Everything
Knicks?
you just
How
said
the
about
Knicks there, bro.
Oh,
is that hockey?
I'm talking about hockey because the Stanley Cup's still going.
You know what's
Dallas
crazy?
Stars.
Didn't even.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Dallas is really the Cowboys.
I'm
Well, I
really
totally
from
forgot to
Florida.
They kind of did it to themselves because they got the Dallas Cowboys and the Dallas Stars,
And Dallas
and
Mavericks.
the Cowboys logo is a star,
Yeah.
and the Dallas Stars logo has a cowboy hat. I'm pretty
What?
sure. Yeah.
And the Mavericks are
Fact check me.
like a
It's a
horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that
whatever.
one makes sense though.
Whatever.
But yeah. So that's the only thing I know about NHL. So I think they're just waiting for. Did the Panthers win
They
all the way already?
yeah they.
Is the finals going on?
I know they won. I don't know. They won something.
Wow. Why did I bring that up?
I don't know.
I don't know
Maybe
anything.
you need to have a sports corner for us because we don't know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
honestly, just write
I'm
it.
from-
Type
we
it
are
in the
from
comments
Florida.
like you guys are way behind. The Hurricanes already won.
Hurricanes.
Is
No,
it
no,
the
no.
Hurricanes?
On
No, it's the
Wednesday,
Panthers. Oh no.
on Wednesday, one guy was like, "Put on the Panthers game." I said, "Who are the
Who are
Panthers?" I was like,
Panthers?
"I'm like, the NFL's not going on."
Like,
He's
is
like,
this a-
"Hockey." I was like,
Is this
Not
a
really.
USFL
"I'm
game?
from Florida. I'm really from Florida, and our hockey teams are pretty good."
The Lightning are phenomenal. Let's talk about Eric Lewis, the ref that had a burner Twitter account to defend himself on Twitter.
Can I tell you some back history? What makes this
Yes.
even funnier?
Yes,
there
please.
was a
'Cause
play.
The NBA has had a history of this.
There's a whole Netflix. There's a 30 for 30.
There's a 30 for 30 on this?
Yeah, Tim Donahue, who did
Yeah.
sports gambling, he was caught in the
Well,
in
Brian,
the mafia, dude. The mafia was threatening him,
oh my god.
and
Anyways,
anyways,
Brian Colangelo in 2018.
Colangelo. There we go.
Thank
See?
you, Colangelo.
I'm not the
You
one
said-
that
you
needs
said-
to
well,
learn
I just,
how to
I
speak
just,
English.
I can't
pronounce-
read. I just memorized a lot of
You
words, and I know
pronounce
Brian
Cleopatra
Colangelo.
as
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
Because this is how we would say in Portuguese.
Well,
Okay.
that's,
You got a good
don't
reason.
you feel white?
You got a good reason.
So
I
they're
just
still
feel
playing
dumb.
for the West
Okay.
finals.
Thank you.
There's a game tomorrow.
Why aren't the Panthers in the West?
No. The Panthers are waiting for either
Oh,
Dallas or
so they're in the
Vegas.
Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Okay. No, what makes this funny is the ref, Eric Lewis. Is that
Eric
the ref?
Lewis, yeah.
Eric Lewis got in a disagreement with a player, Patrick Beverly, at a call. I think it was the game that LeBron got fouled clearly, and the refs were like, "We are deeply sorry." It was
It
ridiculous.
was the Nuggets and his last game was the Western Conference Final Game 1, Nuggets and Lakers.
But there was a play in the regular season where player Patrick Beverly was so upset with him for not making this call, he brought a camera to him.
Oh, I
and
saw that.
Showed him that he's like,
Yeah.
"See, you got it wrong. They have it on," and they gave him a technical foul.
Yeah.
But what makes it so funny is that he probably was defending himself.
Yeah.
Like in Twitter, it's just so funny that it's this guy. And so Patrick Beverly posted on his Instagram, who he has a podcast himself.
Yeah.
Was like, he's like, got my receipts right here. He's like, the fact that this guy is getting busted for this is funny.
It's so great.
But he has a burner
He's
account.
not
you
the only
imagine?
one though.
No, he's
In
not.
2018, the general manager for the 76ers
Brian Colangelo.
Oh, Brian Colangelo.
Yeah.
and his wife both had burner accounts
And his
making
wife.
fun of their own
What a
players.
great-
Kevin Durant.
What a
Kevin
great
Durant had a
marriage.
burner account, and he was
What a
defending
ride or
himself.
die.
Every NBA player has a burner account.
in 2020.
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
He got caught
exactly.
because he accidentally posted something. I think he posted his own photo on his burner account, thinking it was his personal account, or vice versa, something like that.
Rookie.
Something like that.
Rookie. So
19th
refs out here
season
being petty.
Newbie.
as
That's-
a ref.
To be a
That's his
professional
19th
ref.
season. Or this is his
Yeah,
19th
to be a
season.
professional ref, I feel like you got to have some sort of
You're a ref.
I'm not a professional ref, though.
But he's a ref.
Like, I'm
You
a
get paid. You're
yeah,
professionally getting paid.
I'm not. I'm grassroots. I'm like level. They used to be. They used to call it level 10.
I wanted to be a ref so bad. I'm so
I
sorry.
said mine like 4 times. I feel so dumb. Anyways, continue.
No. I wanted to be a ref really
one of
bad
the
for
first.
like 2 weeks, and then I tried to ref just like an elementary, and I would see the play and forget to blow the whistle, and then people would get really mad at me, and I really hurt my feelings, so I stopped. I stepped away.
I used to get hurt. Like my feelings used to get hurt.
It just wasn't for me.
But I've grown so numb to it now. Like I thought that it would just kind of like I'd be okay with it, but now I've just gotten so numb to it, and I'm like I know what I'm doing is right, and I know what my choice is right. But anyways, not talking about that. We're talking about Luton Town getting promoted to the Premier League. So this is amazing.
Talk to me like I'm 3.
Okay.
Well, last episode we talked.
I understood.
okay.
I understood stuff.
Yes. So
I'm caught up here.
there's a team about an hour and a half north of London called Luton Town. They were in.
Sounds like a Pokemon town.
right, doesn't it? So
Pallet Town was the.
their stadium holds 10,226 people.
Okay.
As a reference, Look up how much. Look up how much
What
the.
city?
I'm doing something else right now.
Look up how
got
much the
Orlando City?
Amway holds.
18,000.
18,000.
18 to 20,000 or something like
Orlando City holds 22 and a half. The stadium. So the Citrus Bowl holds like 60.
that. Yeah.
That's the.
This is their stadium here. Their away stand is called Oak Road Stand. The Oak Road Stand or the Oak Stand. You literally can look into other people's. They call them gardens, backyards.
That's beautiful.
20,000. 20,000.
All those
You have
little-
to- you have to-
See how the houses all like, look alike?
It's a neighborhood. It's a
Oh,
neighborhood.
it's
town.
England.
That's beautiful.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Like
It's
some entrances,
right-
you have
right
to
in the
go
middle.
through
Door.
backyards.
You go through backyards to go. to the
Imagine
away
living
stand.
there.
This is now going to be in the Premier League, maybe even Champions League.
Imagine Manchester City or
They are going to be.
playing there.
They're going to be.
That's so cool.
That's
I
cool.
feel like
And from
That
their
is really
Cameron
that-
Indoor Stadium, Duke basketball, they have a really tiny arena, and it like they're the top tier college basketball team, and it's like the tiny arena really makes it special.
So Luton Town, they have a really special story because 9 years ago they were where Wrexham was.
Okay, and
So
we talked about that last.
in Tier 5, and that league is considered like the non-professional, like semi-professional kind of thing, where a lot of those players need like part-time jobs and everything like that. They don't get They don't get
Yeah.
paid enough to support themselves just by playing soccer. And
That's
it's
Manchester City.
yeah, this is the Etihad.
Wow,
It is
Beautiful.
looks like the
ridiculous, and it's getting
football
expanded.
stadium,
And it's getting
like American
expanded.
football stadium.
It's amazing. That's what oil money does. Anyways, so they have kind of a bit of a sob story because in 2008 they were investigated for doing financial
Irregularities.
Let's start over. They got investigated.
Edit it out.
In 2008 they were investigated for having financial irregularities in their
Barely.
and their barely
on a string right there.
irregularities
Irregularities.
in their
I talk for a living. Talking's hard.
It's hard.
I've messed up many
yeah.
times.
So basically, what they would
We're not
do,
even talking to anybody.
basically
right
what they
now.
would do is they would
Start your cameras.
they would buy players, and I think that they would pay the managers to let the players go, and they just did that so many times that they got caught, and so the governing body of English football, the FA, Football Association, deducted them 30 points before they even started their campaign in League Two.
Oof.
That hurts.
Yep.
Basically, they have to win 10 games to go back to the start where everybody
Oh,
else
okay,
started.
got it.
That's
bad.
it.
Well,
That's
it's like
really bad.
prerequisites. It's like when I went to Valencia. It's like, man, you're great. Since
Yeah.
scoring for so bad, you need to take
You
dumb
gotta take-
math to get
Exactly.
to dumb math to get to
Regular
regular math to get to graduating math.
Exactly. Yes. So they were relegated from the start. Like
Okay.
they were done. So they went back down to the National League, and then 9 years. It took them 9 years to go from National League to Premier League, which is ridiculous. They're going to be expanding the stadium and everything like that to go
They
to
have to.
17,000.
To meet
Yeah.
the standards of the Premier League.
Yeah, but their story is phenomenal and quite literally what Wrexham were trying to do, basically. So Rob and Ryan having their dream for Wrexham is not too far fetched because Luton Town are doing it.
Yeah, but it took him 10 years.
9.
10.
I love to see it.
I saw it on
The
TikTok.
little guy.
I believe
The
TikTok.
little guy.
That's why I want the Denver Nuggets to destroy the Miami Heat or the Boston Celtics.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
All right.
Thank you for joining us with the Babylon podcast. We hope that you enjoyed
Awesome.
hanging out with us because we
Love it.
certainly enjoyed hanging out with you. Join us in 2 weeks for episode 3. You're not going to miss it. 2 for 3.
2.
See you later.
See you later.
We did it.
All right, cut now with more action, more heart.
The views, information, or opinions expressed during Online Community Podcast series are solely those of individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of Family Church, its members, or employees.